Welcome to another edition of the Southwest View. I have Councilor Ken Sanchez and Cynthia Borrego, along with my co-host, Council President Clarissa Pena. We like to throw president in there because we don't get to say that very often on the west side. Ken has been, maybe one day, Cynthia Borrego will be, right? Maybe. So welcome to another edition of this show. As you know, we talk about many different subjects here, and we thought it would be a great idea to bring in some of the West Siders, because that's what we've been kind of focusing on. I think that's what we've been elected to do, is to really focus on the west side of Albuquerque and the west side of Bernalillo County. So welcome.
It's great to be here, Stephen.
Thank you for having us.
Sure. And so, Clarissa, I know you have some questions for him.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm really excited that you guys are here. You know, we've been partnering on lots of issues. You know, the west side of the city of Albuquerque has a long way to go in terms of catching up to the rest of the city. So we really wanted to sit down and have a discussion about some of the work that you guys are doing. There's lots of positive things happening. So tell me about some upcoming projects.
Well, we've got Nuevo Atrisco is going to be the latest project at Central and Unser. We just finished up the new transit center, and that is looking really amazing. I mean, people are afraid to park their vehicles and take a bus. If you go to the transit center, there is security. At night, it's lighted. You know, so people should every so often get off their vehicles, take a bus. I know the controversial art project. I mean, all the work that has been done along Central. We've got new you know, there's new pedestrian friendly sidewalks. We've got brand new lighting. I mean, we've got $80 million of improvements along that corridor, and it's doing extremely well. And I think it looks gorgeous and looks amazing. And plus the investment, there's already been over $500 million of investment on West Central and across the entire corridor through Louisiana since the improvements of the art project.
And Councilor Borrego, Cynthia, you know, people don't realize, but I think we've known each other for many, many years, and we've always worked in the community, even outside of our roles of being elected officials, and really had a vision to really transform our community. And you were part of that vision as well, you know, when you worked at the city and the redevelopment of West Central. So tell us a little bit about yourself, the projects you're doing.
Sure. Thank you, and thank you for having us here today. And I think Councilor Sanchez mentioned the infrastructure, which is really important, because if you think about some of those streets, for example, Unser Boulevard, which extends all the way across all of our districts, and I think even into the County Commissioner's District, those are linkages that pull us all together. And in my particular district, District 5, you know, we're working to expand Unser, and Unser is a $20 million project, and Paseo del Norte, which if any of us have driven on that, that's just a bottleneck. And so all of those pulling us together. The other thing that's really important to me, and the commissioner and I were discussing this, is Double Eagle Airport, which is in both Councilor Sanchez's district and my district. So those sorts of things are actually just pulling us together to work harder and really provide the services and, you know, the commercial development that needs to happen to provide jobs for our areas.
So yeah, we've been talking a lot about economic justice on this show, right? And we know that historically Albuquerque was not developed equally on one side of the river to the other side of the river, and you know, we know the west side very, very well. We spent all our lives there. So my question and I'll start with Ken, is what do you think the challenges are? And then we'll go to you, because I know you have a lot of ideas on the challenges. What are the challenges you see for us to really look at economic justice and really look at how do we equitably develop the west side, and so that we really feel like we're a part of the city of Albuquerque, Bernalillo County?
One of the things that we are all working on is a jobs housing balance, and that's been in the works for some time. I mean, we've got the west side is a final frontier for growth and development in this great city. I mean, 65% of all building permits today are being taken out right here on Albuquerque's west side. The challenge is people are having to cross the river to go to work. They've got to cross the river to go shop. But we've got to make sure that we have the jobs available where people can work, shop, and play right on Albuquerque's west side. You know, for years we've had to travel across the city to get any of our services that we need. But as the west side continues to grow, we've got to provide those services, and through economic development, that is the best way to do so.
Yeah, yeah. Cynthia.
Well, and I agree. I think jobs are the key. And, you know, there are areas on the west side that are urban centers, and we talked about that earlier.
Mm-hmm.
They're identified as urban centers in the comprehensive plan, and they haven't developed yet. It's, you know, the housing has developed in some areas, and they're not getting the commercial services that they need to expand, you know, kind of develop in a sort of balanced way.
Yeah.
And so I think that we need to work a little harder to kind of get people interested in why they should be looking at the west side. What is it that attracts them? We also have Rio Rancho, our neighbor, you know, the South Valley, our neighbor, Los Lunas. I mean, so we need to start thinking a little bit more regionally about how those services will serve the people who are already living there and the people who are going to live there in the future.
And I'm very proud also that we were able to name the pavilion downtown the El Hurricane Pavilion, where entertainers from across the state will be able to perform on that stage. But the godfather of New Mexico music, I say that Tennessee had Elvis, and Memphis we have El Hurricane.
That's right.
But when we had that dedication right before he died, as sick as he was, when he got out to perform, he was in his element, and he gave it 110%.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
Al Jr. said, you know, my dad's not feeling well today. I'm not sure, he may sing a song, he may not. You know, he came in, they set him down. We were really concerned about his health. We knew it was deteriorating. And as soon as he seen the crowds and the love that he was feeling from the community, we couldn't get him off the stage.
No, I know.
It was amazing.
Yeah, once you got the bug, you got the bug. You know, thank you so much for showing up this afternoon. What you do is important to us. It's important to this community. We know that, you know, we have a long way to go, but you've done so many great things. I want to, as a county commissioner, thank all three of you for working so hard for this city and what you do. And we'd like to have you back when we talk about some other subjects. We know what our challenges are. We know what the things that we've done that are doing great for us. But maybe we could start talking about other subjects. We'd like to bring you back if you guys are willing to do that. We just hope that, you know, that you stay on the track that you're doing, because you're doing such a great job. And we're here to support you in any way possibly that we can as Bernalillo County. And I think the partnerships that we're going to build will carry us long ways in the future. So thanks for coming to the Southwest View.
Thank you for the work you do.
And thank you all for joining us. We'll see you next time on Southwest View.